Hello. Jesus is the Good Shepherd. Paul Lennon here with you again with my old degree of sacred theology and degree in counseling. And today in the Catholic Church, we're celebrating the fourth Sunday of Easter. And it has the Gospel of, according to John, chapter 10, I believe. And Jesus is the Good Shepherd. Now, you may be wondering why the heck this old geezer is always talking about Jesus. Well, I said a while ago that during my midlife crisis, I had to rethink my whole life because it kind of came crashing down around me at the age of 41 when I left the Legionaries and was in a state of absolute chaos. Uh, Left the Catholic priesthood, left the Legionaries, left the Catholic priesthood, and I was in a shambles and was trying to find where I was and what I believed in. I clung to Jesus, and when I read the gospel passage with Peter, when Jesus says, "Peter, are you guys also going to leave me? Are you going to abandon me?" And Peter says, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You alone have words of eternal life." I believe that, and that's why I'm always talking about the man called Jesus. And hopefully, this is very maybe encouraging. It's very, very beautiful for those of us who are believers in some way. And even if you're not a great believer, you may want to remember the Gospels, four Gospels, Gospel of John. Now, John is very, as we know, very spiritual, and it's like that he has distilled a lot of the experience of the first disciples with Jesus, and he's come to a very mature, very spiritual, almost mystical vision of Jesus, and so his words are very different from the other words, from the words of the other evangelists. Wow, my Spanish is coming out. The Good Shepherd. I'm looking at this passage in the Jerusalem Bible, and when I'm seeing it here, as it's almost like a poem. It's very, I mean, this is, I'm not sure these words came out exactly from Jesus's mouth, from the historical Jesus, shall we say, but this is the Jesus of John. It's the same message, nevertheless. So, I mean, it corresponds exactly at the same to who Jesus was and what his thoughts were. In all truth, I tell you, I am the gate of the sheepfold. All who have come before me, are thieves and bandits. So, Paul, why should I follow a bunch of thieves and bandits, politicians, gurus, salespersons, cultic leaders? What else go? Money makers, fame makers? No. All who have come before me are thieves and bandits. They're trying to get something from you for their own ends. But the sheep took no notice of them. Unfortunately, Jesus, some sheep, and I was one of them, we followed bad shepherds. I am the gate. Anyone who enters through me will be safe. We're all worried and suffering and apprehensive, almost paranoid. What conspiracy theories with COVID-19? Because people don't feel safe. They feel what? Threatened, unsafe, in danger. I am the gate. Anyone who enters through me will be safe. Such a one We'll go in and out, and we'll find pasture. Something to fulfill us, friends. Something to fulfill us, really fulfill us in a deeper way. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come so that they may have life and have it to the full. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. This is what I believe, that he laid his life down for me. I suppose that's the difference between believing and not believing. You cannot ignore, if you believe, of course, you cannot ignore this person. The good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. The hired man, since he is not the shepherd and the sheep do not belong to him, abandons the sheep. And this hit me really strongly because I've just did a video recently about criticizing the Catholic hierarchy because it had abandoned my confreres, my companions who had been sexually abused by Father Maciel. And basically the Vatican let it go. They let him go, and he was in the Legion for almost 60 years, and he was a pedophile, an aggressive pedophile. And he continued to abuse the seminarians. So for us, this is a big, yes, this is also a big test of our faith. Why, Lord, Good Shepherd, why did you allow this? And some of my friends can't answer that question. They've gone. They've left the church because they felt that God had abandoned them when they were being abused. This is a real test. This is a killer. They may not be able to read this passage. The hired man, since he is not the shepherd and the sheep do not belong to him, abandons the sheep. He even abuses the sheep. He rapes the sheep. This is what St. Augustine, I'm not the first one, hey man, St. Augustine in his sermons about the good shepherds, the bad shepherds, St. Augustine, if you don't believe me. As soon as he sees a wolf coming and runs away, and then the wolf attacks and scatters the sheep, he runs away because he is only a hired man. He has no concern for the sheep. You know, like those bad politicians, they're only in it for the money. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the poor people. They don't care about the homeless people in my dear Ireland. I am the good shepherd. Lord, help us to believe in you. I know my own, and my own know me, just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father. He's always talking about the Father. And I lay down my life for my sheep. This is our belief, Catholics, Christians. I wish you could share it. It is very comforting in these days, these dangerous days. It helps us not to become too worried, too preoccupied, too apprehensive, too conspiratorial, if the word exists, too paranoid. For he alone, like David, the Jewish people, the good shepherd. Thank you.